So today it's going to be another Metta meditation. I think we've all done it before, but for anyone who hasn't done this, it's about cultivating both on the physical level and on the mental level, loving kindness energy. So it's this warm, fuzzy feeling that you get when you think of puppies or something nice, and it's that physical sensation accompanied with that intent to spread kindness, not only to specific people or things, but a general radiation of positive energy. And it manifests both within us, in our body language, and our facial expressions, and throughout our being. So we start the same way that we usually do, by picking something or someone that we love unconditionally. So it may be a current pet or a childhood pet, something where there's only love, there's no mixed feelings, there's unconditional, warm love. We try and grow this warm, loving feeling in our body as well. This feeling's often accompanied with a sense of relaxation. It helps to just check in on the breath if we need to, just to make sure we're not breathing shallow or fast, and we've got nice, relaxed, deep breaths. There's no tension in the body, and we can let this warm, kind, loving energy radiate from wherever we feel it. It might be our hands, it might be our heart. We just want to feel that warm, glowing feeling in our body. Now we move our attention to someone very close to us, again, someone that we find very easy to have positive thoughts. Maybe a child, maybe a sibling, maybe a parent, but someone who's been an overwhelmingly positive part of our lives. Maybe a partner, but someone that we love unconditionally and really deeply. We wish them well, wish them happiness. Wish them free from mental suffering, from anguish, from all of those struggles. And we build that feeling in our body. And where there's a warm feeling in our body, there's an accompanied warm feeling in our mind. And when there's a warm feeling in our mind, we will find that warmness somewhere in the body. And it can actually feel physically warm. This is not an intellectual word, it's a physical sensation of warmth. With that physical sensation, we both want to increase the intensity of that feeling, but also let that feeling radiate out in our body as well. So if it started off as a golf ball or football sized sensation in our body, just try and let that grow a little bit. Using that thought of that person that we love to help us generate those warm feelings. Now as it gets easier to generate, as we're building that energy, we move it to someone that we like very much. Not someone maybe as close as a sibling, but maybe an old friend. Someone that we know well, who's just slightly out of that real inner circle, but extending that same warmth and kindness that we had with our first object. You may find it helpful if you're struggling to generate really strong feelings of kindness, or there's just a dullness. You may find it aids you to imagine breathing in that energy, and that energy going into you and massaging down your nose and into your lungs, permeating throughout the body, staying for a while, and that warm energy is sent back out into the world. And each time you breathe in, a little bit of that warm, loving energy stays in the body and slowly builds. You may find it better to just work in the body, within the framework of the body. You may find the images of a friend what works best. There's no right or wrong way to generate these feelings. It's whatever works for you at this moment. You may want to turn your attention to someone slightly warmer than neutral, someone that is an acquaintance or someone you know at work, or a family member that you rarely see, but someone that you generally like but aren't particularly close to. You can think about the reasons why you like them and their own kindness, and then wish them kindness, happiness and peace. And generate that same feeling that you had with the first object, the second object, to this third person. So we're building that loving kindness energy, and we're spreading it further and further out. So we're extending that warmth beyond our inner circle. We're trying to also generate that feeling throughout the entire body. Our entire body is made up of this warm, loving energy. Not wanting things in return, but just wishing people well. Accepting people and things as they are, not wanting people to change, but extending that loving, that unconditional loving kindness energy to people who are neutral. again we're changing to another neutral person, practicing extending that kindness further out to more and more people, while also cultivating a greater intensity within the body. So our own body, we can feel radiating this warm heat, this warm kindness energy. We note if that energy feels like it's flowing throughout the body, or it may be pulsing, or there may be just this constant radiant energy. But investigate how that feels and work to grow that warm feeling, knowing that there's no limit to the kindness that we can give to that sensation in the body. Now we can move on to someone that we generally like, but might have had a recent, not argument, but a difference of opinion, or a bit of a clash, or something. And then we'll let it go. And put it aside and then wish them well, accepting them for who they are. We don't need to excuse actions or forgive people, but we can work on a deeper level of love and understanding, and knowing that it's okay to have disagreements as long as there's a foundation of kindness. That's not broken with it, short impermanent disagreements. And again, that extending that kindness to this person that's slightly difficult, but giving them the same treatment as you gave the puppies, if that was your first object, or a child or sibling, but extending that kindness that you have for the closest people to you, and giving them the same warmth and attention and energy. Now we think of someone that we may have had a disagreement with, or may have hurt us in the past, but something that's nagging, like a deeper issue than that recent superficial disagreement, but someone that when we think of, there's maybe not animosity, but it may be animosity, but someone that's caused us pain, who we may have wished ill, we may have wished harm, and we're going to put that ill will aside and instead think of the good qualities that this person has. And even if we struggle with that, think of if they've got people who are close to them, and seeing how they emotionally support them, or something, just any way in that we can accept them, and again extend that kindness to them. And we use that physical sensation in the body, that warm fuzzy feeling. It may be flowing, it may be pulsing, but that however it feels to us, we wish them to have that same feeling inside them. Wishing them happiness, wishing them free from their mental suffering. we know specific issues and why they're suffering. Wish them freedom from that particular self-sabotaging behaviour or whatever it may be, without going into too much detail, but just wishing them freedom from it. Now, with all of our effort and all of this well-being that we've created, with all of that warmth, we turn that energy inwards, and we forgive ourselves. We let ourselves off the hook for minor things that only we noticed that we did. We turn that same loving kindness to ourselves. If people are finding it hard, think of 3 good things that you like about yourself. It could be small, it could be big. Have something positive to say about yourself. Now, often the hardest part is trying to think of 3 things other people would say about you. 3 positive things other people would say about who you are. If you can't think of 3, 1 is okay, but you must think of 1 nice thing that other people would say about you, that you acknowledge and you believe. So, for the last few minutes, we'll set thoughts aside and just work on the physical sensation of that warm, loving kindness, metta energy. We try and grow that. We try and imagine that warm energy radiating out into the room, beyond the room. We just feel like we're this centre of kindness radiating out. We try and make sure it's in every part of our body, coming out of our toes, out of our fingers, out to the top of our head. Wherever we place our attention, we can feel that warm energy radiating out of us. And it's okay to play around with the sensation. We can again feel like we're breathing in that energy from the air, and we breathe out most of it, but with every breath we're accumulating a small amount of that energy, which is fuel for our own fire, that warm energy.